What's happening, HEXO traders and investors? It's Rod with Power Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, and interviews. Today is Monday. Happy Monday. It's December 5th, and hope you had a great weekend. In this video, we're going to be discussing HEXO stock and whether or not we could see earnings as early as next week. We were discussing this in the Power Group private community today, and I wanted to dedicate a video. I'm getting a lot of questions from the public about it as well. We'll also take a look at the chart and the technicals and see what they're saying and what to expect in the weeks and months ahead. But with the sector looking like it has bottomed, I'm going to be putting a lot more weighting into each individual earnings report in the MJ sector because of the fact that we're finally starting to see the sector turn around, and we could see some positive catalysts as well with safe progress into the end of the year here. Could line up well with earnings. But before we get to it, make sure to smash the like, help support me in the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can tick the bell and you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. As I mentioned, earnings were tentative for December 19th. Says that on TradingView as well, but shout out to Power Group member, you know who you are, mentioned that they are due by December 15th, which you can get from the FAQ section on HEXO's website, which would mean that would be Thursday next week. So realistically, we could see earnings next week at some point. Usually they report on a Monday or a Friday is typically the norm. So we could see it as early as Monday next week or as late as Friday next week. But again, we'll want to see official confirmation from HEXO as always. But in terms of the analyst estimates, they're forecasting negative 0.02 in terms of EPS or earnings per share. And revenue forecast is 43.57 million. And this is all in Canadian dollars, as that's what they report in. But as of right now, shouldn't be too bad. We missed on the last 4 quarters on all those estimates, and it's been trending lower. So we could potentially see a beat, in my opinion, this time around. And like I said, 43.57 million, and we came in at 42.49 million last quarter. So it's entirely possible that we see, shouldn't take much to beat in this report, in my opinion. But not going to be too concerned about this report coming up. I'm going to be more interested in the first quarter and second quarter that they report in 2023. This is for Q1 2023. So not to be confused with the actual first quarter of 2023, right? People are saying, how can they report the first quarter of 2023 when it hasn't even happened yet? Well, some companies have different year ends, and they have different fiscal year ends. So it doesn't exactly match up with the exact quarter in the calendar year, right? That's why they have fiscal financials as well, right? So it just depends on the company. But as of right now, we could potentially see it as early as next week, in my opinion. And in terms of earnings, am I bullish? Do I think we're going to beat? I would say that there's a good chance that we could come in with a slight beat. If we just take a look at the last time we beat was back in October of 2021. So we know that we're likely due for a surprise, but all we can do is just prepare for all scenarios, right? And if we take a look at the monthly chart here at the moment, we have yet to start the monthly bounce. A lot of names are due for monthly bounces, and a lot of names have already started their monthly bounce. If we take a look at CGC has been bouncing for a while, and it's already confirmed a monthly uptrend. So again, I've been saying for a while, we can't be confident that the bottom of the bear market is in until we confirm monthly uptrends across the sector. And CGC, being one of the leaders in the space, already having done so, increases the odds that we could see that happen across the rest of the space and with HEXO as well. So as I mentioned, HEXO is yet to even start the monthly bounce. So in order to start the monthly bounce, we need to break resistance of last month, which is at 19.38 cents. If we get above that, monthly bounce will be underway, and then we'll look for the monthly bounce to top out, form a higher low and a higher high, just like CGC. And the more names that confirm monthly uptrends, the more confident we are that the bear market is over and we're potentially entering a new multi-year bull market. And a lot of their names are in MJ are starting to trend back to their 200-day moving averages. And like I said, HEXO could act as a little bit of a laggard here. And in terms of the weekly time frame, we are bullish. We're seeing a bull cross of the stochastic again, which is great to see. The MACD is still bullish, but teetering on the edge of bearish here. So we'll want to see that remain with the black above the red in bull territory. We're also above the 10-week moving average there. Actually, we're right on it at 18 cents. So I want to see a weekly candle close over that this week to remain bullish. In terms of the weekly moving averages, we have nothing nearby until about 34 cents. And I've actually got a target price on HEXO of about 30 cents here in the next few weeks. In my opinion, I think it's very doable, 30 to 35 cents. If we take a look at the 50-day moving average, it's right there at 34 cents. So that could be the first line of resistance in terms of the weekly moving averages. In terms of the daily moving averages, we are getting above the 50-day moving average here. We do have the 100-day there at 19, and then after that, 30 cents is the 200-day moving average. So that's why my target is 30 to 35 cents over the next few weeks into the end of the year here. Also lines up with the 50 weekly moving average and the 200-day moving average. And if we take a look at CGC, CGC is actually over its 200-day moving average. And again, already confirming the monthly uptrend, so definitely one of the leaders in the space. If we take a look at MSOS, the ETF for the US names, it's over its 200-day moving average. Tilray has yet to change its monthly trend, but well above its 200-day moving average. I also did a video not too long ago, I think it was back at the end of August, that I said I had a $5 price tag on Tilray into the end of the year, and we hit that $5 price tag. So now we're likely going to see a monthly higher low, and then we'll target $10 as ultimately the next stop for Tilray stock. But looking really good. And then also GTII I did a video over the weekend as well. Extremely bullish chart, could see a golden cross with the 50 below the 200-day moving average. So when the shorter term time frame is below the longer term time frames, that's called a bull cross. And on the daily time frame, when the 50-day moving average crosses up through the 200-day moving average, that's called a golden cross. So the fact that GTII is very close to seeing that happen increases the odds that we could see that across the space. MSOS, a little bit more work to do here, but not too far off. Tilray, like I said, all these names starting to see potential golden crosses. And if HEXO just follows suit with the rest of the space, that means that we could potentially see, like I said, 30 to 35 cents if we just mimic what Tilray, CGC, MSOS, and GTII have already done. And like I said, if we see that golden cross, we could easily see $1 into the end of the year as well. Like I said, this earnings report could line up well with some potential safe banking progress as well. We know that there was a meeting that was scheduled for today. So whether or not SAFE gets passed as, SAFE Plus as a standalone package, I don't think that's going to happen. But in summary, I think that this could line up, these earnings for HEXO potentially as early as next week could line up well with some safe banking progress. Like I said, meeting today, we'll see if there's any updates from that, but essentially it could get passed in a wider bill as well. So either standalone or in part of a bigger package. We'll see what comes down the pipeline. But essentially, I'm not holding my breath on the standalone package. I think that there's a good chance that it could get passed in a wider bill. So we'll continue to watch that, and we'll look for those tailwinds. Also, the broader market. It's possible that the S&P 500 may start weekly consolidation this week. So if we can get that weakness out of the way and just that healthy consolidation, and then potentially into next week and the week after, the S&P 500 could rally into the end of the year. And we're looking at the dollar chart as well, the DXY, which is continuing to show weakness as well, which bodes well for MJ stocks and the broader market as a whole. Going to end it there, though. Let me know if you're bullish or bearish on the earnings leading into next week. But very excited about the prospect of the bottom of the bear market being in. It's looking really good. And the more names that can confirm monthly uptrends, the better. So still lots of work to do, at least a couple more months worth of data that we need and that we're likely going to require in order to see these monthly trend changes. So going to end it there. If you could smash the like on the way out, I would appreciate it. Share the video with anybody that might find value, and we'll see you again on the next update. Take care.